A lot of people, they write a beautiful speech and they're just not sure how to communicate it. It's hard. You don't know what to do. There's so many unfamiliar and unfriendly looking faces in the crowd. It can be very intimidating. So how do you give a speech that's natural, confident, funny, debonair, and charming? Well, it all comes down to execution. Our first tip in execution, lose those notes. If I'm looking down at my paper all the time, it's really hard to form a connection. You're just not going to register as much with what I'm saying because it doesn't seem real. So lose those notes by, instead of having a whole script that you have to get through, having a few key points that you illustrate with stories. Stories are easy to retell without needing notes because you already know them. So limit yourself to using stories and your speech is going to be much more effectively communicated and you're going to feel a lot more confident giving it. Second point when you're delivering a speech is eye contact. You want to make sure that you are looking all around at the various guests in the room. You want to make a personal connection with each and every one of them. Try varying your gaze every few seconds to different parts of the room, and that's going to make a huge difference in people's ability just to interact with you and feel like they're being personally spoken to during your speech. It can get a little intimidating looking into the eyes of complete strangers, especially because people tend to have their TV face on when they're watching a speech. They're just deers in the headlight kind of thing. So one tip we can give you is to look at the friendly faces. Focus on a few key people in the audience who are smiling, who are engaged, and just keep alternating between them as you're looking during your speech. Tip number 3, you've lost your notes, you're making eye contact, that's great. Now you have to make sure you're watching the clock. Stories are fantastic, but they can also be long-winded and drawn out. A 45-second speech is no good because people won't think it's heartfelt, but a 45-minute speech is going to have your audience in tears, and not the good kind. So make sure you're practicing your speech in advance. Pull out your iPhone, your smartphone, and time yourself ahead of the wedding so that you know exactly how long it is. A good speech length is anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Of course, if you've got an amazing story, an amazing connection with the groom or bride, it can go a little longer, but generally the shorter, the more people are going to appreciate it and the better they're going to be engaged. Once you've timed your speech and you know how long it's going to be, you go a long way in keeping people's attention. And finally, our last point in giving a strong, confident speech is to be conversational. You don't need to have every little word scripted out. If you're telling stories and you're talking, just try and stay natural. Keep your body language active. Don't stand rigid at the stage. And just relax. Pretend it's a conversation between two people, not a conversation with you and 500 other people. A speech really shouldn't be a speech. It should be more of a conversation. Each member of the audience should feel like they're being personally spoken to. If you do that, you keep it conversational, you use stories, you make eye contact, you lose those notes, you are going to give an incredible wedding speech. So feel confident and enjoy this opportunity to tell the bride and the groom how much they mean to you. You're going to do great. If you still aren't sure how to write your speech, head back to our previous video on the 5 keys to writing a great wedding toast. If you're ready, we congratulate you and wish you best of luck. Enjoy that wedding.